Hi, and welcome back to our original series, If These Walls Could Talk. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most controversial figures ever to appear at the Iverton Playhouse, Mae West. I love Mae West. She was a pioneering advocate for sexual frankness and one of the most courageous crusaders against censorship. You know, she once said, "I believe in censorship. I've made a fortune out of it." She was born Mary Jane West in Brooklyn in 1893, and by 1926, she was producing, starring in, and writing her own Broadway show. It was called Sex, of course it was, and it was loved by audiences and panned by the critics, which pretty much set the stage for the rest of her career. She was arrested on morality charges, and she could have just paid a fine and gotten away with it, but instead, she chose to go to jail for 10 days because of all the publicity she would get. She loved the publicity she got from all of her controversial opinions. She was an early feminist and a supporter of gay rights. She was in many movies in the 1940s and often allowed to write her own scenes, which of course were incredibly bawdy for the era, and the censor became more and more focused on cutting out her lines until she couldn't take it anymore. And in 1940, she quit Hollywood and turned her focus to Broadway in Las Vegas and her stage career. Of course, some of the lines we remember from Mae are from one of her last movies, My Little Chickadee, which was brought out in 1940. "Is that a gun in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?" And between two evils, I prefer to pick the one I haven't had before. Mae West came to Iverton in the summer of 1952 in a show called Come On Up, Ring Twice. She was here for 8 sold-out performances, and after every show, after she'd taken her bow, she would invite the audience to come up on stage and join her. All of them, and without exception, they all did. Now, this wasn't just a quick handshake and a move along. She chatted, she signed autographs, she took photographs. According to Henry Johnston, the after show could last well over 4 hours. This is a brilliant move because whether the audience had loved the show, hated it, or found it just mediocre, they all went home elated because Mae West had asked them to come on up and join her. Nice to meet you, Mae.